It's Tech Talk Thursday on Friday this week. So we have a little fascination with Hot Shots, and we're talking about the Hot Shots movies with Charlie Sheen. So this one's going to be, we're going to name this Tech Talk after Hot Shots. So Windows Tips Part 2. We're going to give you some tips to, I don't know, speed up your processor if your computer's running a little bit slow, a little bit slow.
Improve the performance settings if you're running rough on performance right now. If the computer gets older and just doesn't run as good as it used to.
Which happens to pretty much everybody. So. We've all been there. You start blaming it on the internet. It's not the internet. You got to come to realization it may be your computer. So I'm going to go first with my first tip.
Okay.
My first tip is to disable startup programs. Not all of them. Can't see my hand. Not all of them. Just some of them. Right? You install a lot of programs and they put these things on your computer that slow it down, that always start up when you start your computer. Before you know it, you've got 10 things running, you just started your computer. So what you want to do is you want to go into the search bar, usually at the bottom of your Windows 10 screen. Can't see it on this one, but and then just search for startup apps. It's going to show a list of all the apps then that are actually running when you first start up your computer, and just toggle on and off which ones you want, which ones you don't want. There it is. You get to choose which ones you want. Let me just focus in on that for you guys.
Oh, you can do that with that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And that should improve your startup speed and your overall computer speed. I'd say pretty good.
Especially on startup times.
No.
There's certain programs by default. I think Spotify is notorious for it.
Yeah.
Always
Apple.
doing it on startup.
Yeah.
So just something to keep aware, because sometimes you just don't need that.
Right. Skype, Apple.
Skype, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my tip. Let's pass it over to Mr. Kellerhalls.
Alrighty, so one thing I'll show you also to deal with performance, but this is after the startup process, and this would be just something to work with, more visualization settings. What you can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and click on File Explorer or search for it. It's that Manila envelope folder. You can open that guy up. Right click on this PC. You go to Properties.
Hopefully it doesn't disappear on you.
Yeah, touch screen thing. You'll select the advanced system settings on the left-hand side once you're in the properties of this PC. And then you'll have another prompt that shows up, and it'll be the advanced system settings tab. And then the first option is performance, and these are the visual effects, processor scheduling, memory usage, and virtual memory. So you'll select the settings category. And then you can, there's multiple steps you can do for the visual effects. You can have Windows choose what's best for your computer. You can adjust for best performance or adjust for best appearance. I'm just reading it word for word, actually, from it.
Hence the smile.
So, or you could select a custom option, which allows you to choose exactly what you want to limit or just keep because you like it a certain way, because everyone has different tastes. So one thing you could do is get rid of the blue border. Where is it? I saw it as one of the options.
Nope, not this time.
Really?
Maybe under.
Oh yeah, show translucent selection rectangle. You know how we get the blue thing right here? I'm sure you absolutely can't see it on the screen, but rest assured I can. Well, wait, hold on, you can see it switch. So yeah, when you're dragging and dropping, I believe by unselecting that, apply. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are just some long-term things, like you could change the taskbar to be just a default blank color. So if your computer's on its last legs, this can help it deal with what you have. Like, all right, it's no longer a Cadillac computer anymore, so maybe it's time to bump down those
Yugo.
that those fancy settings. And just make sure whenever you select your option, you then select apply and then hit OK, and you're always more than welcome to change it back to whatever you had beforehand. So.
Nice. Stephen always has very elaborate.
Do I talk too
tips.
much?
No, but
okay.
you're so in depth. Mine are just boom. That's good though. It's very good contrast. So, let us know whose tip you like better. This is Tech Talk Thursday and Friday. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.